Hello, welcome back to the Saga. Last we left off, I don't remember. All I know is this bloke wants to talk to us, so let's get to that. Shall we? I was 6 hours into this, so I don't know how long the game actually is. I'd imagine it's quite long, but I'm not sure. I think I'm like chapter 4 or chapter 5, so if there's 10 chapters, then I'm about halfway, but I don't know. Grumma, can you spare a moment? Mostly? No, but I'll try. I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality. Consider it done then. How did you get all these Varl to follow you? Respect, young one. Also, he's got a creepy face, so they just get scared shitless and think, I better listen to this guy. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other Varl to fight. Got tired of that. Made a place in Wormato. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing though, don't it? So, who is this person's strange name, who has a Y, an N, a G and a V all in a line? Yingvar. Ha! Not surprised he never told you. I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us, long ago. I mean, the dredge bashing type. He was called Yingvar then. And if you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle in gossip. I bet you have some incredible stories. I might. My voice might crack. It might. Or I could be the most boring Varl you've ever met. Depends on how much you like killing dredge. Ask me again, someday. Might tell you about the time we filled a dead yox with whale teeth. The fuck? You went into some weird shit. And why? Okay, I definitely have to know why. Any wisdom on fighting dredge? Depends how much you know. They're all armour. Tap them hard enough through it and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag and they'll explode on each other all the way down. I don't know why he's suddenly adopted this strange accent. No, I don't. You get in the bag, bro? What? You get in a bag, bro? Half your time is spent setting them up for it. I need to stop that accent. And if you see one bang his axe like a turning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up. Oh, is that what it is? I thought he was like bringing armor back. So when they do that, they're calling for help. That's very interesting. I thought he was like restoring his armor. What do you ask? I best leave you to your business. I suppose you should. Take care, friend of Yingvar. Okay. So, what state are my heroes in exactly? Let's have a look. Okay. We won't be able to level anyone up. Now, what are your stats like? Okay. Hang on. What's his stats like, actually? He's more important. Okay, he has 2 armor break and potential to go up to 4. 1 exertion. Yeah, we're going to swap you out for him. I think. Then again, he's got 2 exertion, 1 armor break, 5 will, 8. Compare him to him. 1 armor break, 11. So 11 and 10 for this. So he's got much more strength, and he has less exertion though, and the same amount of will. Okay, I'm going to swap you two as well, and then I think we're good on that front. Okay, and let's check the map. See how we're doing. whereabouts in the world we are. I got 41% of the achievements. Does that mean I'm 41% of the way through? Or does that just mean I'm unlocked like 41% of characters? Okay. The Varl's Marsh, Cradle of Graphim, is named such for the belief that each Var of worth buried in King Burrows becomes the bones of the mountains, eventually forming a new peak along the range. The size of each peak, it was said, would vary depending on the worth of the Varl. Okay, so this is a good little source of lore, I guess, but I'm not going to click on anything. I could, but that might not be that entertaining to watch. Right, we've got normal morale. We've got 12 days supply, so let's rest for 2 days. 3? Yeah, 3. I don't know why, I want to get up to good. At least good, even though it'll drop straight away after 1 day. It's a complete waste of my resources, but Grothim's quite a few days out, says Chrome. But nothing's worse than crossing the wastes. I imagine if there's anything you might be safe, anywhere you might be safe from dredge is there. You steel yourself for another long march, and half the town of Wormato joins you. 62 Varl, 20 supplies. Okay. So, maybe I've not got that big of a group. 432 clansmen, 151 fighters, and 62 Varl. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them, and were threats about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say that it tastes funny. Others start gathering by the basketful. Take a bite yourself, discourage them from eating the fruit, oversee someone who already ate some. Offer a piece to one of the animals in the caravan. Okay, let's try that and see if they turn their nose up to it. Lacking a poison taster, you hold out the fruit to a goat. The beast sniffs before eating the entire fruit. Only the pit falls to the ground as the goat licks its mouth and leans toward your hand, wanting more. Okay, well the goat knows that it's good, so I trust the animals, I think. So let's just read that again to make sure I didn't misunderstand. Lacking a poison taster, hold out the fruit to the goat. The beast sniffs it before eating the entire fruit. Only the pit falls to the ground as the goat licks its mouth and leans towards your hand, wanting more. Gather as much as we can. Many clansmen follow your lead while others continue eating and collecting. Later that day, a few fruit-stained peasants stumble around with drunken grins. Apparently the fruit was fermented, not poisonous. Okay, that's fine. So the goat got a bit drunk as well. You should trust the animals regarding food. Not always, like if you see a dog eating his own vomit, I wouldn't trust that, but still. A woman's stifled scream failed to overly concern anyone. It was only a matter of time before the expectant mother gave birth. The caravan is simply excited by the first sign of new life since the trip began. Call for a day of rest and celebration, congratulate the new parents privately, offer the family extra rations as gifts. Well, I'll do nothing special, allow the mother and child some peace. Offer them some extra rations. While the caravan cheers the baby's birth and suggests offerings to the family a bit more food in the next few weeks, clansmen quietly arrange a supply wagon at the flap of the family's tent to surprise them when they next come out. Got 10 renown, nice. We do need to rest at some point to keep our morale up, but you haven't seen Elite for much of the day. When you do find her, she's returning to camp alone. From a fair distance away, looking rather sullen. She keeps her eyes on the ground as you approach. Ask her what's going on. Sit quietly beside her. Let's sit quietly beside her. I feel like things are changing so quickly, she eventually confides. It's not just that. Everything is going so wrong. I've been talking to Akil a lot. This gets your attention. Stay away from him. He's dangerous. What has he been telling you? What's he been telling you? He told me how you and Onef are kin. Akil had a sister who married Onef, but she died a long time ago. They've been bound since, but then Onef left without him. Just left him behind without a word. That's why he came after us. I don't care what he says, stay away. Let's confirm it. Let's not lie to her. Eventually you find Onef back at camp and relate the story. Is that what Akil told you? Replies Onef. Then he sighs. It's true about the sister. She died of a fever. When we were just married. Surprised he opened up like that. So I left him in Frostfleer. He continues. He'd be fine one day, ready to kill his own man the next sometimes. I'd make the same decision tomorrow. Let the issue drop. You feel certain Awit's got the message. Instead of stirring up more trouble, you decide to let the issue drop and get a tighter watch on Akil. Okay, we've got normal now. If it drops below normal, I don't want that. Like, I don't know what happens. I'm guessing people get upset and maybe start leaving. Some nice music. Hope I don't get like YouTube claims on it and stuff. Right, another godstone. There's so many of these goddamn godstones. Jesus. I mean, they look cool as fuck, but still, there's a lot of them. Like the fourth one. The godstone of Marak looms into view. Upon its carving, a great ocean beast. Jagged stones just out of the snow like shark fins. It's hard to imagine the Nord feeling. Waste being filled with water at one time, but the godstone stands as a reminder of the vast lake it used to look across. A blessing! Shouts one of the men in the caravan, holding up what looks like a silver coin. It's a fish scale, he says, pointing out a rainbow pattern that shows in the sunlight. Soon a curious child has found another hiding in the snow, and a third is discovered. Perhaps they'll bring us luck, you overhear, and before long the caravan has become obsessed with gathering the shiny scales. Cut them off at a reasonable amount of time. Let the caravan take the time. By the end of the second day, fuck off. The scavenger hunt still continues unabated. And even you are starting to feel something in the back of your mind, like you need to have one of the scales. You shake it off, uncertain with it to let this continue. Get the caravan out of there. You start to wonder if something unnatural has a hold on their minds when the call to let leave is met with open aggression. Either helps you get them moving again, and you wonder how long they would have kept searching if you let them. Crazy bastards. The hell are you playing at, boys and girls? Varl. Godstone Malak achievement. Okay. I need to rest. Just to try and keep our morale up a bit. Okay, let's check the hero's tent. Is anyone that can level up when we get... Yeah, he can. Okay, promote. Yeah. Confirm. So he's not got a better ability. Mark Prey. Armor damage auto attack for eyes. 2 armor break auto attack. Okay, so got light step. Superior dexterity to move around bodies, allowing him to pass through but not stop on any allies. Oh, cool. Okay. No, go back, you dick. Right. Armor break is important, so we'll do that. Okay. And now, let's leave. I didn't actually even quit rest. That was silly. Oh, never mind. Oddly calls you over, grinning. A row of women holding bows of different age and experience line up before a row of trees in the distance. They fire, doing an impressive job of hitting the trunks. I think they're ready to fill some dredge with feathers. One woman still hasn't shot her arrow. She stands perfectly still. The others watch. Just as the wind shifts, she lets go, and her arrow fires not into one of the trees, but a snow rabbit that had scurried out from underneath. "Dinner," she says, smiling. A group of men from the caravan approach. "Listen here," says one. "Practice all you want. My wife isn't fighting dredge." The other man agrees, and of course, "We don't want to see a battlefield full of dead wives and daughters." Okay, you guys can fuck off. We need fighters, so go rot in hell. Stand up for the woman. The men argue their point, but eventually right. "Thanks," says Oldleaf. "To be honest, it was harder than expected. But the more people we can hold, their own, the better." The women return to camp, not just as clansmen, but as fighters. There we go. So we got some fighters out of that and lost some clansmen. That's good. That's better. That's the same amount of money to feed, but they can look after themselves. As you're nodding off to sleep, shouts of "Fire!" pull you back to attention. "Flames!" quickly consumed a supply wagon and a few tents. A woman cries out, "My boy!" I hope that doesn't deafen you. I'm sorry if it does. I might have to do some audio controls, I'm not sure. Burning tent closest to the outlying barrel. Two of the giants are motionless.